Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P with Slap Pappy Gorilla. What? Terence Bud Crawford, listen. Hey, this has been a saga that continues to intrigue fight fans all over the world. Terence Bud Crawford, Errol Spence, the rematch seems to be out of play. Crawford has moved on, it seems to be. Errol Spence, I don't know. I don't know if he still is holding on to wanting to fight or considering moving up to 154. It's talks about him moving to 154. Now, I don't think particularly this is a bad idea. I've always said that, hey, look, Errol Spence, he needs some time, man. And I'm going to tell you this, not just like he has time healing up. Now he's had this eye surgery. I think he really needs to get some confidence built up before he faces Terence Bud Crawford. So if he takes a fight or two at 154, that could be good for him, and let Crawford take him a few fights, maybe 154. And if this rumored fight with Canelo takes place, maybe Crawford could still come down to 154 and face none other than Errol Spence Jr. And that would make the fight really a lot more sellable. If Errol Spence get a couple wins under his belt, get some confidence, Terence Crawford move on, take a couple big fights, maybe snatching a belt at 154 or, fighting a name, then, now that rematch takes on a different form. I really don't think that people wanted to see that fight right after. I mean, it was too one-sided, you know what I'm saying? And then, how would the fight sell? Yes, it would be a pretty lucrative fight. It would be a lot of hardcore boxing fans that want to see a rematch, but you will get different eyes on that fight if both guys move on and fight other fights and come together again. So I'm really not mad at the fact that Crawford is moving on. I'm a Crawford fan, but I still like Errol Spence. I maintain this throughout. Look, I've been a Crawford fan for longer than I've been, even watching Errol Spence. But, hey, I am fond of Errol Spence. I do wish him well. I'm not a Errol Spence hater, none of that, man. I like Errol Spence, but I'm just a big Bud Crawford fan. That's just what it is. But I would like to see him get the rematch, but now may not be the time. I think that Bud Crawford, if he gets an opportunity, now this is the thing that I've been watching. Bud Crawford has dismissed this Spence fight with ease, and even if they would have, continue and taken that fight, it would be more lucrative than most of the fights that he would have on the table, except Canelo Alvarez. So the fact that he is dismissing this fight with ease, it kind of tells me that he has something on the table. We know it's not Tszyu, which a lot of people thought it was. I thought it would be Tszyu, but Tszyu is moving on. March 30th, he will be facing Keith Thurman on the real fan-friendly fight card that has Pitbull Cruz facing Rolly Romero. So that'll be, good card, man. Fun card to watch, considering Keith Thurman and Tszyu. Tszyu is a up-and-coming guy, very hungry. Thurman's been out of the ring for a while, but, he always come to fight. Man, look, that's a fun fight card. I am not mad at that fight card at all. However, I would have liked to seen Crawford face Tszyu, but it is what it is. So Tszyu has moved on. There was some talk about them having some talks. Tszyu and Crawford was considering fighting, but I don't know what fell apart with it. And this is another reason why this seemed a little skeptical to me, that even though this fight started to fall apart, Terence Crawford was very willing to move on from the Errol Spence fight. It just seems like he has something else up his sleeve. Listen. Now, Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez look like it has new birth as one of the ESPN people, I'm not going to call no names. I mean, it has been in the media, has said something about Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, that it's a possible fight for late this year. It seems as if he may get Jermall Charlo on the Cinco De Mayo weekend, which, hey, I'm not very excited about. But it is what it is. If it happened, it happened. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But the Terence Crawford fight, man, look. If Terence Crawford lands this Canelo Alvarez fight, it is huge for Terence Bud Crawford. My thing is this. I have maintained that I would like to see Canelo Alvarez face none other than David Benavidez. David Benavidez is the guy that really deserves this fight. He's been at that mandatory position for some time now, and that WBC strap was his strap. He did not lose it in the fight. However, he did lose it being careless. He lost it one time due to substance abuse, not performance-enhancing drugs. He was partying. There was cocaine involved, and he got caught up in a drug test. Also, one time he did miss weight during COVID when they were fighting in the bubble. He said it was a little distracting for him. He missed weight. Whatever. Now, none of that is Canelo Alvarez's fault. Everybody knows Canelo Alvarez is an opportunist. He took the opportunity to fight for that vacant title, and he got it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people was wanting to see him fight David Benavidez, as he was the guy that lost that belt not in the ring. So it just make it kind of seem like at 168, Canelo Alvarez came and snatched some belts and still didn't have to face the stiffest competition in the weight class. Listen, he did, beat Caleb Sweet Hand Plant. Yes, he did. He beat him. Now, he beat him. David Benavidez come back and beat him as well. So, man, look, this guy also fought for other titles. Y'all already know who he beat. Billy Joe Saunders, and he also fought for another one of the titles. Man, look, from a guy who really wasn't deserving of a title shot, one of Canelo Alvarez's ex-sparring partners. I ain't gonna even go there, but that was like a slap in the face to the division. It is what it is. Canelo Alvarez became undisputed for 168 pounds. Listen, now everybody want to see him fight one of the kings in that division, none other than David Benavidez. So now David Benavidez has continually called out Canelo Alvarez. That's a fight I really want to see. I know a lot of boxing pundits, a lot of big-time boxing fans, along with some casual fans, want to see that fight. But I cannot lie. If Terence Crawford is able to land a Canelo Alvarez fight, I will buy that pay-per-view. Just because I'm a Terence Crawford fan. It just is what it is. In that fight, what will happen? Man, Terence Crawford is moving up. He is going against the grain, against the odds. Something that is it's an uphill battle for Crawford. Canelo Alvarez just disposed of Jermall Charlo, which is the younger of the twins. Which, I mean, you say younger, but Jermall Charlo was the first twin out, and he is the guy that he's been campaigning at a higher weight class. So Jermall Charlo got that opportunity because Jermall Charlo was not ready. However, Jermall Charlo, to some people, laid down, got the payday, and really didn't come to win the fight. Once he realized he couldn't win, he just fought to survive. It was a unanimous decision. He got dropped once in the fight. It is what it is. Terence Crawford is saying, hey, look, I'm not coming to sell my soul for a paycheck. I'm coming to win against Canelo Alvarez. And I really believe that Terence Crawford is coming to win that fight. Will he win it? Hey, This is a big question mark. He is very skillful. He's skillful enough to win it, but weight classes are in place for a reason. This is something that Terence Crawford himself has admitted. And at one point, he was asking for catch weight. But after the Errol Spence Jr. fight, a lot of confidence. He was feeling himself. He said, look, I will fight Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds. And, this is a fight that a lot of fight fans want to see what will happen. I think it'll be a huge fight for both guys. But what happens, happens. I guess we'll have to wait and see how it plays out, how it goes down. This is Daddy P. Like, hate, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time it goes down. Hey, look. Hey, I appreciate all the subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This Daddy P. Hey, Slap Happy Gorilla, we coming. Ah!